right, so obviously the seats are trash. I am actually going to do a video later on. I found some really nice seats on eBay. Yes, cheap eBay Chinese junk. But there are guys on YouTube putting these seats in their Corvettes because they're nicer than the Corvette seats. Corvette seats are pretty nice. They're not the most comfortable seats, but they're pretty damn nice seats. These guys are replacing their Corvette seats with these cheap eBay seats. Listen, they're like $400, $120 shipping, and then the bracket is like another $120. So all in, you're looking at like $650, brand new. They're black. They're fake leather. Whatever. Who cares? They're fake leather, black with red stitching, and the stitching looks fantastic. So all the reviews on these seats are great. So we're gonna go with those. I'll make a whole video on that once I get to it. All right. All the rest of the problems with this interior. I found the strangest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen this in any car I've ever owned. So it's really tough to see, but the steering wheel is like cocked towards the driver's door. I've never seen anything like this in my life. So I literally went to the point of checking the vehicle history to make sure, mind you, of course, yes, I should have done this before I bought the damn thing, but that it wasn't in an accident. Because I'm like, somebody hit this thing. It's so crooked. And then I look up, I find a couple articles on some old forums, Stangnet, that there's a problem. Somebody at the Ford factory was literally bolting in these steering columns. There's like plate, so there's 4 bolts underneath that bolt the steering column to the bottom of the dashboard frame. And those bolts have like some left to right play in them. They're like slammed all the way to the left towards the driver's door. So all you have to do is just loosen those 4 bolts and then pull the wheel towards the passenger side and then re-bolt it. So it's tough to see on here, but even like, so, just see if I can get my hand placement. So over here on this side, the gap between the steering wheel and the column and the surrounding bezel by the gauges, the gap is big. It's like half an inch. And then on this side, the gap is like 1/8 of an inch. So obviously the thing is off. Then you saw in the video, the stereo, listen, I kid you not, the stereo has a folded up piece of paper to keep it in the hole, in the place. I kid you not, a folded up piece of paper. I literally don't turn the stereo on when I drive the car. I drive the car in silence because when you hit the power button on the stereo, it pops, which means it's got a bad ground, which means the wiring is shit. And I'll get to this kid's wiring in a few minutes. So, gonna end up putting in a new stereo, and I will obviously redo the wiring. It'll be soldered, shrink tubed, all that. So I'm just gonna go with an Apple CarPlay. I always do Pioneers. So once I put that in, we'll get that set up, and I'll do a video for that. The speakers are all stock. Hopefully they're not blown. We'll find out. I think other than that, so the only other thing, let me see if I can turn around here. Right here, see that screw? That's not supposed to be there. There's another screw right here. So New Edge Mustangs, the interior, they're kind of cheap. I don't mind it. It's not terrible. It is actually a nicer interior than the Solstice. So I'll deal with it. I don't mind it. So this whole cup thing here is how you pull the door closed. And over time, they just break. So I got to order new cups, and the switches are like pushed down underneath the cup. So obviously I'm gonna have to get new switches. So I'll get new switches, I'll get new cups, I'll replace all of that. No big deal.